We got one! Woo!
Oh geez, here comes another one.
Tenakwe, did you see the last video? It was a Kaikoura diving video. You should watch this one as well. Down there, there's some Paua. We'll see if we can find some. I realise this video is a whole 25 minutes long, but we have some amazing cool stuff that I put into this video. We've got Paua, Kina, a disaster averted marine reserve and polished Paua shells. And if you're one of these people who clicks away early, you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out on the cool stuff if you are one of these people.
I didn't see any. I see just one, but very small. Okay.
I don't know it yet, but right about this point, I'm about to make a disastrous throw with my little wee Ocean Hunter sinker there. That $60 sinker. Ooh, ooh. Yes, yes, you can see the expression on the face there. This is how I'm feeling right about now. You can see here, right, there's this gap in the rocks, and my drop weight is in there. My $60 Ocean Hunter drop weight is stuck in there. So the drop weight is approximately 30 millimeters wide, and the gap in the rocks is also approximately 30 millimeters wide. And it is stuck, it is not moving, not budging. And oh, I am becoming angry and frustrated and upset because I feel like I'm about to lose this thing. Oh.
Weight on the end of the float. It's stuck between two rocks. I can't get it out. I'm gonna have to cut this through. The weight is stuck between two rocks.
Oh, thank goodness. Disaster averted. It took a lot of poking and prodding with the Paua knife, but I finally got it free. So I'm taking some time to just relax and recompose myself whilst in the water. Lo and behold, what do I find? I find the spiky gold. Now, this is a very special kina grab for me. This is the first time I've ever found a kina in the wild, in the water. We actually just don't get that many of them here in Canterbury. You sort of got to know where to look for them. They're just not that common. I mean, Paua's everywhere. Kinas, not so much. It's not like up in the Coromandel where they're everywhere. So, you know, grabbing it, it's like, this is a special moment. This is my very first one.
Well, that's been quite a good little haul, actually.
Hey Coco! I finally got one! Woo! Oh man.
Now feeling rejuvenated after having my drop weight stuck, but then finding some spiky gold. It's like, okay, let's just get the last Paua. There's still heaps and heaps of them there. Find a big one, then go give Ying some help. Ying is still searching, she's still looking, she's still searching. And I notice Stephen and his family and some of our well-equipped Chinese friends have finally arrived. For many of them, it's their first time. They've never gotten a Paua before. It's their first go.
Go for these big ones down here. back.
It wasn't always flat and calm here. We had various rogue waves of various different sizes would come in and just hit you at random. That was a pretty small one, but some of them were actually quite big. Okay. And after a wave like that, one of our Chinese friends, Philip, actually got a big gash on his leg because he wasn't covered up with a wetsuit, and, you know, these waves come in and throw you around and hit you against a rock.
Well, it's turned out pretty good. Nice little dive. Whew.
And looking around, it's not just our friends that are first timers. There's other people on the beach there, and you can tell that a lot of them, it's their first time. But it's time to head out now. We've got our 5 Paua. Time to head out. And yep, there's Philip, there's Max. Yeah, see, Philip doesn't have the wetsuit there.
Come on, Kaiwaka Iti.
No, we should do it today.
Kina, fresh from the ocean. Oh, look at that. Fat Kina.
Can I have a piece?
Yeah.
As I'm reacting to the Kina, I have this reaction of, oh, yum, delicious, fresh. Actually, it's incredibly bitter. It's actually a lot better if you have raw Kina roe and you have it with like soy sauce and lemon juice. That's pretty good.
It tastes good when it's fresh.
But actually, just straight out of the shell like this, it's a bit bitter. Very bitter aftertaste.
It's still bitter though.
Still bitter.
Well, I mean, Kina's always bitter. Kina roe.
It does taste creamy though.
Wow.
You want some?
I couldn't.
Thanks. Can I take a photo?
How is he? Got a beer to come.
没办法去。
我可能是因为嘴里都是海水，所以我感觉是又咸又苦。我可以抓你一下吗？
可以。
可以。
包着都可以。
Coco? Oh, you're over there. Sorry.
你饿吗？我们有一些面包什么的，要不要？哦，不饿，谢谢。
Well, oh, I don't know how long they're going to last. There's so many people down there. And there's heaps of Paua down there, and there's shallow water at the low tide.
But God, so many people there. Now last night, that's where all the seals were. Luckily, they're all out of here right now. There's pretty much no seals here. They're all out for the day, fishing I suppose. But yeah, last night it was a lot of seals here. You had to be pretty careful. Whew, man. Alright, Kaiwaka Iti, up you go. Well, we're going to go for a swim in the Hikurangi Marine Reserve. No take zone. Let's have a look and see what's there. I'm dying for a lovely swim.
So I've seen other people's snorkeling videos where they go into the Hikurangi Marine Reserve here in Kaikoura. And so I get into the water and I put my hands out in front of me because I want to see, okay, how much visibility is there. And I am greeted with this. This is what you call an F. It's not very flash at all. It's absolutely abysmal. And yeah, oof. Getting thrashed around and pushed around by the waves. I mean, you've got like 1.5 meters maybe 1 meter. Oh, it's absolutely dreadful. Quickly it becomes apparent that I am not going to see much here. And it's actually a lot sandier than what I realised too. You know, you look at it from the road, it just all looks rocky, but it's a lot of sandy areas. Now just quickly I want to address this Kaikoura Paua fishery reopening. So it's a 3-month trial for this summer, December, January, February, and I've seen a lot of mixed reaction on social media as to whether or not it's going to be a good idea, because it's like a gold rush. Everyone is going up to Kaikoura right now. It is a gold rush.
Oh well, it's not so great to be honest. It's just really murky. The sea's a lovely temperature, but it's so murky here. I don't want to take my goggles off because it's just awkward to put them back on again. But however we swim around, see what we can see.
Because the Paua fishery has been closed off for 5 years, allowing all of the Paua to regrow, regenerate, it means that every man and his dog is going up there for the summer to get some Paua. And as I've said in this video, for a lot of them it's their first time, and the problem with the old first time is that there isn't really that appreciation for how slow Paua are to grow. And you know, if you just go into the shallows and you just take, you know, even if you are taking within your daily allowance, if you just go in there repeatedly and just take, then yeah, there might not be a lot left for next year. So time will tell. It will be very interesting to see, you know, after a review process is done, what the fisheries officers will have to say about the end of this Paua season, because it's a gold rush, and you might not be able to get it next year. We will just have to wait and see how things go.
Oh, big Pauas here. Gigantic big Pauas. It's a marine reserve, they've been left alone. Whew. It's actually not as rocky as I thought. I suppose you've got to pick your spots with this marine reserve. It's like you got all rocks here, and then it's just all sand between the rocks. Oh geez, here comes another one. Fuck. Oh man, that hurt. Oh, okay, I'm getting hurt. I've got to get out. Oh shit.
Very violent ocean here in the Hikurangi Marine Reserve. Alright, so you have a look at some of this. Oh, these waves coming in. Oh geez, you know. And you get under the water and oh look, little fishy there. There's a fish. Did you see it? Did you see it? There he is. There's a wee fishy. And yeah, there's some pretty big power in that marine reserve, but it's not the greatest snorkeling video, to be honest. I mean, look at this. It's just the ocean is so violent. You're just getting thrown around, and it's not a good GoPro video. I don't even know why I'm showing it to you. But heading out, find some little baby Paua. Lovely to see the little baby Paua in the crevice. And lastly, you know, as I'm getting out in the car park, there are people up there who are kind of like, I don't know what you call it, like mob mentality people, and they look over at me in the wetsuit, partial wetsuit, and they're like, oh, what are they doing? It's a no catch area. And it's like, yeah, it's a no catch area. It's not a no swim area. You know, so they're seeing me with fins and things, and they're just assuming the worst. And so it's like, you know, look, you've got to, don't just go throwing accusations around. You know, you should know what you're talking about.
Well, not the best day for diving. It's rough in there and it's murky.
Alright, we go. Unboxing. So, if you remember on the last video, I mentioned that I was taking Paua shells in to get scrubbed up. Well, here they are. They arrived in the post today. Let me just use my ridiculously oversized bread knife to cut open the box. What? No, it's too soon. You don't get fed till 5 o'clock. Well, they certainly take care with the packaging. So we took in 6 Paua shells. Now when you pay for this service, they don't guarantee to you, they don't make a guarantee that every shell is going to be perfect, right? So you do run the risk that some of the shells could, you know, you can sort of run through them and you know, make holes and stuff like that. So here we go, 6 shells. Wow. Now look at that. That is pretty good. I can see, you know, craftsmanship here. We're trying to preserve the little wee notch at the top here, and we're making a nice straight line around the edges. And it's a pretty good job has been done with that. You can tell as you look at these shells that the fella that's doing this, he's had a lot of practice and has you know, kind of knows what to look for with the contour of the shell. You know, so like the back of the shells, for example, you know, you've got this kind of notch on the back of the Paua shells, and they're not all the same, but the contour is there, but they're not all the same. So, you know, this one is a little bit different to that one, and yeah, quite good. This is the one where they had the little, there's a little break in the top of the shell there. Now that was like that when I took it in, so it's not, they didn't do that, it was already like that. Yeah. Now here, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, right where my finger is, there's actually 3 holes along here, 1, 2, 3. But because they lacquered the shell, you don't really notice it too much. And, oh, there's another one here. Oh, and another one here. So this shell didn't end up quite so good. There's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes in this one. So obviously this shell was a wee bit thin, and it didn't turn out to be the best shell to do. Yeah, but you know, with the lacquering you don't really notice it so much, so yeah. And this is the last one here. This is probably the biggest shell. It looks like on here with the holes here we've sort of come dangerously close to breaking through here, but you know, that's just what happens with these Paua shells. Quite a nice contour around the back there on that one. Well, overall I am quite impressed with the craftsmanship. after having taken 6 Paua shells in there and getting them polished, I kind of wish that I'd, you know, had chosen some different Paua shells, you know, because all 6 of these Paua shells very much have, because they were all taken from the same spot on the same day, they all have exactly the same coloration, and they're all roughly the same size. So I kind of wish now that I'd gone for a bit more variety, but yeah, some of these I'll give away to friends as gifts, and it was reasonably affordable. So these were, if I recall correctly, these were $6 each plus $8 shipping to get to Christchurch. And now trust me, if you've ever tried to do this yourself, not the easiest thing. You break a lot of shells. Trust me, I've tried. You break the shell.